By the mid-2000s, this specific device, the silver Apple iPod, had secured its place as a definitive cultural status symbol. Technically, an iPod is just a specific brand of MP3 player. But consumer behavior split the market so sharply that people began treating iPods and MP3 players as two entirely different product categories. Buyers faced a strict dilemma. You either purchased an incredibly intuitive device that restricted your software choices, or you bought an open software device wrapped in highly inconsistent hardware. Brands like Archos, SanDisk, and Creative went on the offensive. They built devices like the Zen Micro to compete directly, packing them with hardware features that Apple explicitly refused to offer. The choice facing consumers had very little to do with raw audio quality. You were deciding whether you valued proprietary polish or open format utility. Take a look at this iPod mini resting on a laptop. The appeal is obvious: guaranteed interface reliability, premium build materials, and access to a massive ecosystem of specialized accessories. But that hardware polish requires you to pay a software toll. You have an absolute obligation to route every piece of media through the iTunes desktop application. Inside that ecosystem, alternative audio formats are actively rejected. If you have files in WMA or high-quality FLAC formats, iTunes won't load them. Any music purchased directly from the iTunes Store comes locked under proprietary digital rights management, specifically formatted as AAC files that only Apple devices can play. Apple promises a frictionless, it-just-works experience. You pay for it by surrendering control over where you buy, store, and manage your digital media. The competitor market operates on a completely different system, the USB mass storage protocol. There is no middleman software. You plug the device into your computer, and it acts exactly like a standard USB flash drive. You simply drag and drop your folders over. This Napster 2.0 interface shows the financial advantage of that open format. Instead of paying $1 per track in a closed store, you can pay a flat $15 monthly fee for unlimited subscription access through services like Napster or Place for Sure. But avoiding iTunes introduces immediate friction. You completely lose the automated metadata sorting that Apple provides in the background. Instead, you have to manually organize your file folders and edit the ID3 tags yourself. If you skip this step, your device will display your favorite artists and albums as disorganized, unreadable text. Total software freedom comes at a cost. You avoid Apple's restrictions, but you take on the tedious, manual labor of a digital librarian. This Archos magazine review illustrates how competitors fought back against Apple's minimalist hardware by printing massive, feature-heavy datasheets. First on the list, built-in FM radios, allowing you to tune in to local broadcasts directly from the device. Second, onboard voice recorders, turning the media player into an instant dictation machine. Third, replaceable batteries, giving users the power to swap out dead cells and extend the total lifespan of the hardware. Yet, in daily use, those extra features are severely hampered by the core interface. Many of these devices rely on poorly optimized, hypersensitive touch controls that make menu navigation a frustrating chore. Worse, many suffer from a defect known as phantom battery drain. You can turn the device completely off, put it in your bag, and pull it out days later to find a completely dead battery. An impressive spec sheet means nothing if hypersensitive controls and power management flaws ruin the daily act of listening to music. Here is the physical divide defining the market: mechanical hard drives on the left and solid-state flash memory on the right. Hard drives hold massive storage, but rely on fragile spinning parts. Flash memory holds less, but contains 0 moving parts. Flash players are optimal for kids, buyers on a strict budget, or runners needing heavy impact resistance. Companies like SanDisk dominated this exact niche, producing cheap, indestructible utility players for active users. Spending top dollar for endless storage capacity is a mistake if your actual lifestyle requires physical durability above all else. We can map these hardware and software compromises directly to 3 specific buyer profiles. Column 1 is the ecosystem minimalist. You prioritize seamless user interfaces, premium screens, and daily reliability over having deep technical control. Your choice is the iPod. The trade-off is accepting that Apple will forever dictate exactly how you purchase and manage your media. Column 2 is the feature-hungry optimizer. You demand drag-and-drop file control, WMA support, and hardware extras like FM tuners. Hard drive devices like the Creative Zen or this silver Archos G Mini are built for you. Your trade-off is accepting clunky navigation and navigating unpredictable battery life. Between the two premium options, the choice is clear. Do you want to fight restrictive software, or do you want to fight inconsistent hardware? The final profile is the active pragmatist. You ignore premium screens and voice recorders entirely. You just need pure, indestructible utility. A SanDisk flash player is your perfect match, provided you accept a small storage capacity and a bare-bones aesthetic. Look at the sheer volume of products in this electronics store. The market was flooded with devices, each offering distinct combinations of features and flaws. Today, we remember this decade primarily as the era of the iPod, but that cultural memory obscures the deeply valid, practical reasons millions of consumers bought from the competition. There is no such thing as an objectively perfect MP3 player. There is only the specific set of compromises that perfectly matches your daily reality.